Hey guys, Dr. Axe here. Welcome to my kitchen. We're going to be making kale chips today, and this is a great recipe because it's kind of like doing potato chips, only much healthier, and you've got a great crunch to it, and it's a super healthy recipe. And so we're going to start off here in making the kale chips. We're going to start off with, obviously, kale. And I want to talk about kale for just a second. Kale is a superfood, and the reason is it's loaded with vitamin K, it's loaded with calcium, it's got magnesium, and it helps alkalize your body. And if you look at a food scoring system, specifically a nutrient density chart, on a score from 0 to 1,000, kale scores number one. It scores 1,000 points. And so again, kale is really nutrient dense. It's the most nutrient dense of all regular vegetables out there. And so we're going to use this kale. And also, just to go over a few of the other ingredients, I have people ask me the question all the time, if I'm not drinking dairy, where am I going to get my calcium, or how am I going to strengthen my bones? Kale is one of the best ways. Again, it's got calcium, which actually helps build your bones. Also, it's got vitamin K. Vitamin K is like the glue that holds your bones together. And so again, it's not just about calcium. You've got to have all these other vitamins and minerals as well if you're going to build strong, healthy bones. And so we got kale here. Also, kale is very alkaline. So it's going to help alkalize your body. It's going to reduce inflammation in your joints. So kale is a great food. It's a superfood. Now, what we're going to do here in this kale chip recipe is you're going to cut up some kale into slices about this big, okay? So they're about 2 inches, probably 2 inches there or so. So you got that. And it kind of depends on how you like them, but we cut them into about the size of a typical chip, all right? The next thing we're going to add in is some lemon. And lemon is great because it's packed with vitamin C. And also, it's got a lot of other health benefits. Specifically, it's also very alkaline, and so it'll help reduce acidity in your body. But again, we got a lot of good vitamin C here in this lemon, also very low in sugar. And so we're going to take a lemon here, and you're going to use about 2 tablespoons. Now I'm just going to kind of take a table and just kind of squeeze it over here. Actually, it's 1 to 2 tablespoons. So we're going to take this lemon juice and just kind of squeeze it over here. All right, take this next lemon, similar thing, just go ahead and squeeze the lemon juice out about the same amount as you'd use for 1 tablespoon. Okay, right there. All right. Next thing we're going to add in is we're going to use a little bit of grapeseed oil. Okay, we're about 2 tablespoons here of grapeseed oil. And I like to do just kind of eyeball things, but if you want to be really precise, just go and use 2 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and take this grapeseed oil and kind of rub it over all the chips there. There we go. And then I'm going to add in some Celtic sea salt. And sea salt is great. Specifically, Celtic and Himalayan sea salt are really good because they don't not only have good sodium for your body, but it also has magnesium, iodine, calcium, and a lot of other stuff. And so we kind of eyeball this as well. We're going to do about 4 tablespoons of sea salt. So I'm kind of moving on. We're going to continue to go ahead and get this mixed up here. All right. And actually, salt-wise, 4 tablespoons isn't right. It's probably going to be about 3-4 teaspoons. It's probably just about right there for sea salt. So, all right. And so you're going to go ahead and massage these leaves. Now what can happen, this will kind of take away the bitterness in the kale. So you're going to kind of take it and you're going to kind of mix everything up here. All right. All right, and once you got this stuff good and massaged, then we're going to lay it out on the plate here. Now you can use parchment paper on this. You don't have to, but you can use parchment paper to keep it from sticking as much. But we put a lot of oil on it, so it really shouldn't stick too much. We're going to go ahead and take the kale, spread it out here. Okay, getting it all spread out here on the plate or on this pan. All right. And so now you're gonna go ahead and heat up the oven to about 350 degrees, and we're gonna leave these kale chips in there about 12 minutes. Now, you've got to continually check these kale chips. I check them at least 5 minutes, every 5 minutes, and just make sure they're not burning, okay? But we'll go ahead and slip these in. We'll let them bake for about 12 minutes, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and ready to take the kale chips out of the oven. Before I do that, I want to mention a quick mistake. It's about 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt we put on these kale chips, not 4 teaspoons or 4 tablespoons. That would be a lot. So 1/4 of a teaspoon, that's how much sea salt we put on these kale chips. We're getting them out here. All right, and you can see these look great. And so we're going to simply take a little spatula here And we'll just go ahead and scoop one of these off. And you can kind of see they're crunchy just like a chip. Okay, I'm not going to put it in my mouth yet because it'll burn my mouth, but that's kind of what they look like. And so we'll kind of scoop all these onto a plate here, like so. All right. And again, remember, full of calcium, full of vitamin K. It's got magnesium. This really is a super food. And so, and all the vitamin K is also really good for your heart. It's good for your blood, good for the bones. Okay, so we got these kale chips here. And you can eat them typically just like they are, just as a snack. Kids love these. You can pack them and bring them, bring them to work with you. But they're great. And a few other things you can do, a few other variations. One of the things I love to do as well is throw some cayenne pepper on them. You can make them a little bit spicier. You can throw some black pepper on them, and you can season with different kinds of seasoning. You can even throw a little bit of, chili powder and kind of even make them a little bit more of like a Mexican treat, which is good. But crunchy, delicious. You guys are gonna love the kale chips.